With all the hype coming out of South by Southwest, I was expecting The Fall Guy to be a great start to the summer movie season. Sadly, I was wrong. Welcome to Movie World Plus, the place where we talk movies. I'm Andy Signor, and I'm here to review The Fall Guy as well as talk about the upcoming summer movie season. Now, I'm late to my review of Fall Guy. Some of you probably already saw it, or some of you sort of avoided it, probably assuming it's just going to be on streaming in a few weeks anyway, because that's how stupid the studios are nowadays. They've eliminated any opportunity of windowing and making movies special, that you have 2-3 weeks to see a movie and then, it's available at home. Why go to the movies? I get it. I get why people are avoiding the theaters, and it's sad that they avoided the theaters on this one. And boy, did they. This film did not do well at the box office, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts as to why. Now, why did I avoid this? Again, I support the idea of big, original, stunty, romantic comedy movies. Like, this seemed like it was going to be a lot of fun. And to be fair, a lot of people did have fun with it. It got rave reviews from all the critics and everybody coming out of South by Southwest. It seemed to be a big crowd pleaser. And my audience did, have fun. My wife enjoyed it. I was just left very mid. I felt like, yes, Gosling and Blunt had great chemistry, but the film itself just meandered a bit at times. There was some music montages I thought went on too long. And the movie within the movie, oh my God, it was so bad. It started making me think the movie itself was bad. Like, I got they were trying to be funny with it, but we're in that movie within the movie so many times, and it looked so stupid that I just couldn't get it. Even like at the end when they show the trailer with that surprise guest, it just all was cheesy, like not in a fun or clever way. And it didn't feel like, even like Austin Powers Goldmember has that opening with Tom Cruise as Austin Powers, which is cheesy, but it's just funny because you're like, oh, this is making fun of Hollywood movies. I didn't feel like this was making fun of Hollywood movies. I just felt like they were making a bad movie. Because now we know how movies work. Like, this movie would never work. They would never spend this much money, give a first-time director and do all this with some weird alien. It just, none of it made sense. And that was my problem with the tone of this movie. It just, a lot of it didn't hold up for me. The leads are likable. There's a few cool sequences, but coming from this director, David Leitch, who comes from the John Wick's, is it Studio 87? Sorry, 74, I think. But they're a really popular stunt team. They've done some really amazing stuff. A lot of the John Wick movies. He started with Chad Stahelski. I can't say it right. The director, John Wick. He was a producer on John Wick 1. I met David Leitch, the director of Fall Guy. And seems like a nice enough guy. Actors seem to really like him, and that's probably why he's getting so many opportunities. He's a great stunt guy. He makes a movie look like a movie, but look, here's my point. Atomic Blonde. This is the first film he did, his first feature film. It just was very mid for me. And then you followed up with Deadpool 2, which, again, compared to the first one, very mid for me. And then you'd go into Hobbs and Shaw. I couldn't tell you one sequence from this film. And I'm a Fast and the Furious franchise. I love The Rock. I love Jason Statham. I was excited for this spinoff, thinking, okay, cool, let's do one without Vin Diesel. And it just didn't really pick up. It wasn't as good. And then you go to Bullet Train, the more recent one, which some people really did enjoy. And there are moments that are clever. But again, it's just a meandering mess in a way that I just never really could get into Bullet Train as much as I hoped. But he pulls these big stars in. He does a good job. Sadly, at the end of the day, though, all these movies just are very underwhelming. And I think he's had so many opportunities. And this, to me, was the last one where if this doesn't have some legs in the theaters, I think he is going to have a tougher and tougher time. I mean, actors want to work with him. He seems cool. He definitely puts some cool stunts on, but he's yet to find his own thing that really can wow people in a way. And I was hoping this film would be it. Now, granted, there are some fun sequences. It's an amazing, ode and love story to the stunt people who deserve all the respect. And that part of the film I did really enjoy. Ryan Gosling's sort of quest to help his, the director of the movie, who he's realizing he made a mistake with. There's some twists and turns in the film that do work for me. Like, it's not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination, but I just think for me, it got a little overhyped. And the best parts sort of happened near the end, for sure. There's just a lot of stuff in this movie that I think could have been edited, could have been trimmed, and it would have made the whole thing more effective. There's some stuff that just didn't work for me. And like I said, that movie within a movie is really bad. But Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt are definitely two good movie stars. They know how to deliver. They have good chemistry together. I'm sad this movie didn't do as well, because even though I seem like I am mid on this movie, a lot of people enjoyed it more than I did. I just don't think this movie is going to be very memorable moving forward. It didn't really hit the mark like it should have. There's a lot of the ingredients here that could have worked, but I'm not surprised that this movie just didn't end up getting there. I mean, honestly, the marketing's been pretty heavy. You'd think these two stars, this big sort of romantic action film, and maybe it will have legs. That type of genre can bring in people. The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, I like that one better. I got to be honest. I remember that one more. There's a surprise cameo from a big A-list star that really steals the movie and helps it go into place. And Sandra and Channing were just, I don't know, I liked them better. That's a similar action comedy romance movie. And that one stuck with me as a surprise that did well at the box office. Surprisingly, I think for Paramount. I expected this one to be a bigger, a better version of that. And sadly, it's fine. Look, I do think it's a good couples movie. It's fun. It's definitely worth seeing. And you should see it in theaters because I support the theater experience. I think it's important that we have movie theaters, and I'm worried we're not going to have them much longer because these results are not good. And this is an original film. I mean, it's based off an old TV show that nobody knows. So technically they're trying to build an IP, like trying to think it's Mission Impossible, but I don't see this becoming a franchise. I think this is a one and done. Maybe if this had done huge numbers, they would have obviously done it. But after this result, even if it ends up having some legs, I don't think we're going to see more from the Fall Guy. And it's sad in a way because I really was rooting for it, but I'm not surprised. And again, like I said, who goes to the movie theaters when you know this movie is going to be in your home on streaming within 3 weeks? Like it's so weird to me why the studios are doing that. If they elongated their windows and let these movies sit like the old days, and you can go see it over time or go see it again, and you know you're not going to get this on streaming for a little while. And then a year from now, when it's on streaming, oh, wow, I can finally go see that movie at home. There's something about letting people sit with it. We are now in a generation that wants it all immediately, the whole season, right immediately. And then we watch it over a weekend. And then by the next week, we're already on the next thing. And we've never allowed things to cement in our minds and our bodies and our soul like movies used to do. And I'm just watching it happen, and the industry is falling apart. And I'm just sitting here like, what are you all effing doing? Movie stars, directors, studios, producers, slow down. You are ruining the art and the craft. You are making it happen. I don't believe it's just TikTok generation. We can instill a generation that movies are worth experiencing and then waiting for and seeing it again. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old Grandpa Simpson yelling at the clouds. But that pivoting now to the summer movie season, as I look at all this, man, Fall Guy is the start of the summer movie season, okay? And then we got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which I'm going to be reviewing next. The embargo drops this afternoon. You'll be getting my review. Spoiler alert. I have hope a little bit, so stay tuned for that review. That one's the next big movie. And then we have If, the John Krasinski movie with Ryan Reynolds. I'm intrigued. It's original concept. I'm rooting for it. Hopefully it's fun with kids. I'd love another big live action Roger Rabbit-y sort of franchise. I'm not sold on the trailers. We'll see. Then we got Furiosa, which I think is going to be visually amazing. But again, it's a prequel, and I'm just sort of less interested since it's not Charlize Theron. Granted, George Miller is just such a stunning filmmaker that I can't imagine it's not going to be a spectacle on IMAX. And coming off of Dune, this could be a similar sort of Dune-esque film that I think people might get excited about, but will it be big? Who knows? And then it's up against the Garfield movie with Chris Pratt. I don't know. Is that going to be a big family smash? I love Garfield. I used to watch that as a kid. We'll see. Like The Young Woman in the Sea. I mean, Summer Camp. I don't even know these movies. Bad Boys for Life. There we go. Look, that's going to be fun. Is it going to be big summer movie? No. That to me has become like a spring surprise action film that they've now pushed into summer because Sony didn't have much else. And it'll probably do well. But it feels like they do it at a cheaper budget level than they used to try to save cost. And we'll see if it pulls it off. I like those directors, and I like the last one. I'm rooting for it. It still makes me annoyed. Bad Boys for Life isn't the title. It's Bad Boys 4 Ride or Die. It should have been Bad Boys 3 Ride or Die. Bad Boys 4 for Life. Anyway, I digress. Inside Out 2 is going to be massive. And there are reports coming in that from CinemaCon, the footage, that they are taking it seriously, that it could be really good. It does feel like a Disney sequel cash grab. I'm worried it's going to be more Frozen 2 than... Is there a good Disney sequel, guys? Is there? Monsters University is not very loved, but I enjoyed it. That was a prequel. Toy Story 2. There we go. Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 are work. Let's hope it's more there. I do love this area, and as someone with a daughter and kids growing up, this could definitely be emotional and it could work. I'm holding out hope. We'll see, but that's going to be huge. The bike riders, I don't even know what that is. It's Austin Butler or something. Anyway, that's not going to be. I can't imagine. We got Kevin Costner's Western epic, which I can't imagine is going to be huge. You got A Quiet Place, the prequel. Could be cool. It could be cool to see that monster movie Cloverfield style, like before it all began. That could be a good, fun movie. And I still think it's going to be huge. Despicable Me 4 is going to be huge. That one will be that's a no-brainer. That'll make a ton of money this summer. Kids will love it over the holidays. My kid, I know, will love it. That's a no-brainer. Fly Me the Moon. None of these are going to be hits. I'm talking big summer hits. Twisters could be fun. I'm going to see it in theaters. I'll probably see that one in 40X, although the wind in 40X is annoying. It gets bring a sweater or a what's it called? A hoodie when you go to those 40X theaters to see Twisters, because the wind is loud and cold. The movie of the year of the summer is going to be Deadpool Wolverine, without a doubt. The movie is the whole summer is just open, waiting for this film to just destroy. And it comes out pretty much near the end of July through August. This will be a massive hit through the end of the summer, sort of as everyone's still, before our kids go back to school, they'll see it a bunch. This will be massive, no doubt. I have no doubt this could be Spider-Man levels, maybe. Maybe. This is going to be a massive hit for Marvel, and they know it. Borderlands, I don't think is going to do well. A lot of people worry. Trap looks cool. Could be a surprise, but I don't think huge. And then, the new Alien movie with a bunch of teens. They showed some footage at CinemaCon, and people were surprised. They said it looked kind of cool. I would love a new good Alien movie, but the Crow remake, come on. What a joke. And that's it. That's our summer movie lineup. I'm pretty depressed. What a crappy lineup. I think we're going to get a lot more of these this summer, sadly. There's a few obvious ones as I broke them down, but what do you think? Are you worried about the summer movie season? Will you support the summer movie season? Do you think we have a Barbenheimer on this year's docket? I don't see one. And granted, who would have thought Oppenheimer and Barbie would be as big as they were? Still, they were big IPs, a big director. I don't see anything like that on the slate. Deadpool Wolverine to me is the obvious big hit. Despicable Me 4. Aside from those two movies, what else on that list are you thinking is going to be a massive, massive hit? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, however, get ready for my review. That's coming up next. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell for alerts here to Movie World Plus. Smash the like button and let me know what you think down below. Did you like The Fall Guy? You think I'm being too tough, or do you think I'm keeping it real on that one? Because a lot of people are gushing over it, and I wanted to like it more. It was fine, but even now that I've sat on it for a week, I've forgotten about it, sadly. And I wish I hadn't. What do you think? Let me know. Biggest movies of the summer aside from Deadpool. What is it down below? Let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching.